Deep within your being lies a silent power, a power so vast, so extraordinary, so forgotten that it could redirect the course of your life as effortlessly as you breathe. This power does not live in your hands nor in your actions, but in your mind. For centuries, sages, mystics, and true masters of consciousness have repeated the same truth, wrapped in metaphors and symbols. Your mind is the ultimate instrument of healing, an invisible laboratory where each thought is a chemical, each emotion an electric impulse, and each belief a decree that shapes your health, your body, and your destiny. Yet this truth has been buried under dogma, fear, and a blind trust in the external. We were taught to search for solutions outside, when the most powerful medicine has always existed within. Joseph Murphy understood this, and you are about to remember it. This text is not a hollow promise nor a temporary spark of motivation. It is a map leading you towards self-healing, toward the fundamental mystery of how your thoughts influence your cells, how your beliefs mold your biology, and how your mind, when activated with understanding and faith, can become the most exquisite medicine ever created. Here you will learn to speak to your subconscious, to reprogram the chemistry of your body with the energy of your ideas, to dissolve years of tension, illness, or hopelessness, through the oldest art in the world, thinking in a correct, deep, and conscious way. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to hear may transform not only your health, but your identity, your relationship with life, and your very sense of what is possible. Welcome to the art of healing yourself with the mind. This journey does not begin in a hospital or a clinic. It begins within you, where the true power to heal has always lived. For those who believe, all things are possible. Mark 9:23. Within every human being lies a silent, profound power beyond all intellectual comprehension, a power capable of transforming the body, destiny, and life itself. That power resides in your subconscious mind. Let me say it plainly. Your subconscious is God's laboratory within you. Everything you think, feel, and create with conviction descends like a living seed into this laboratory, where invisible laws shape it, multiply it, and return it to your daily experience. This is not a metaphor. It is spiritual and mental law. Wherever your belief goes, your life follows. At its core, every healing is always a healing of belief. Symptoms may vary, diagnoses may differ, but the principle is one. The body obeys the pattern impressed upon it by the mind. The conscious mind, that restless sentinel, selects images, words, and emotions. That which it holds most often, and with deepest feeling, becomes a fiery seal on the subconscious, and the body, its faithful servant, obeys without question. This is what experience teaches, what scientific studies confirm, and what I have witnessed in countless cases throughout my life. Do not confuse blind faith with scientific faith. Blind faith is superstition, repetition without understanding, hope without substance. Scientific prayer, on the other hand, is the deliberate use of mental images and words in the present, charged with emotion and certainty. It is not enough to simply desire health. You must visualize it, affirm it as already realized, and feel it as a fact. You must learn to speak to your body and destiny with the authority of the Creator, not with the fear of a beggar. Modern medicine is beginning to recognize, sometimes without fully understanding, the decisive role of the mind in healing. Cases are not uncommon in which patients who changed their expectations also changed their physiological responses, regaining strength, accelerating healing, overcoming ailments for which there seemed to be no remedy. One patient, expecting pain after surgery, experienced it intensely. Another, convinced the procedure would be smooth, recovered with less suffering and greater speed. Where was the difference? In the mental pattern, in deep belief. Spirituality does not oppose medicine, they enhance each other. The physician treats the body, the soul impresses the pattern of health. I have seen doctors who, alongside prescriptions, recommended prayer, visualization, and affirmations of life. And I have witnessed patients heal when the external remedy was combined with the internal power of divine law. True medicine is therefore a partnership. Science treats matter, spirit directs energy. To you who seek healing, I invite you to accept the central thesis of this book and of my life. All healing begins in the mind and is solidified in belief. Your task is to learn how to use the God laboratory within you, to impress upon your subconscious the image, emotion and word of perfect health. Allow me to offer a brief model prayer, simple yet powerful. Repeat it, feel it, make it yours upon waking and before sleeping. The life of God flows in me, perfect, harmonious, restorative. Let these words penetrate and settle within, and you will notice your body beginning to obey the command of the mind. This is how all transformation begins. This is how your path toward true health, the birthright of every human being, begins. Heal your body with your mind, the method of scientific prayer based on the teachings of Joseph Murphy. We have noticed that more than 80% of those who visit our channel are not subscribed. You can support this project by pressing the subscribe button and liking the video. Thank you for inspiring us to continue creating more and better content for you. Before we continue, let me remind you that if you want to learn how to use the law of attraction to improve your life, I've created a completely free guide for you. You have the link in the description. Are you ready to transform your life? Chapter 1. The mental seed of healing, the image the body obeys. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Pause for a moment and consider the seed lying deep within the earth. Invisible to the eye, that seed contains within it the complete image of the tree, the flower, or the fruit it is destined to become. Everything begins with the invisible image. In the terrain of your mind, you are the bearer of images, the sower of ideas, the silent architect of your own cells and organs. The fundamental secret of healing, and listen carefully, for this is the root of all inner medicine, is the feeling image held in your mind. What you feel is true, what you embrace with conviction and serenity, your subconscious executes faithfully, just as the earth obeys the implicit command of the seed. There is no true healing that does not arise from a mental picture of normalcy. Medical science may prescribe remedies and surgeries, but it is the inner laboratory of your subconscious that ultimately directs the forces of restoration. When you plant the image of health with calm acceptance, your body mobilizes its silent army of electrons, hormones, and enzymes to repair and regenerate what is damaged. The law is simple and absolute. Your body obeys the image you sustain with emotion and faith. You may ask, how can I, an ordinary person, awaken this healing force that seems reserved for a few? I tell you, you do not need hidden powers or technical knowledge. You need to look within and cultivate day by day the completed image of what you wish to live. Think of your body as a garden. If you allow the weeds of fear, doubt, or complaint to grow, the garden withers. But if you become a conscious gardener and plant images of normalcy, of perfect functioning, you will harvest the fruits of renewal. Consider an everyday example. Imagine a woman named Maria who suffered for years from digestive ailments. She visited many doctors, tried countless diets, and though she occasionally found relief, discomfort and disorder always returned. One day, on the advice of a friend familiar with the laws of the mind, Maria decided to change the seed she was planting in her subconscious. She abandoned the habit of repeating, "I am always sick, my stomach doesn't work," and began a simple affirmation morning and night. "My digestive system functions in peace and order. The life of God flows through every cell of my body." But she did not only repeat words. She would sit quietly for 5 minutes, close her eyes, and see herself eating with pleasure, digesting without discomfort, feeling light and vital after every meal. In the first days, the internal image of illness tried to resist. Automatic thoughts of fear and memories of past symptoms arose. But Maria persisted. Each time a memory of pain appeared, she deliberately replaced it with the opposite image. She visualized herself walking with energy, blessing her stomach, and giving thanks for the perfect order growing within her. The seed began to take root. This is how the law works. The change occurred the day she realized, without searching, that she no longer thought about her problem. The image of being sick had dissolved, replaced by that of a restored, functioning person free of fear. Her body, obedient to this new pattern, reorganized its functions and restored harmony. Is this magic? No. It is the application of universal mental law. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. The subconscious does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined, nor between the past and the present. What you offer it in image and emotion, it accepts as command. That is why it is not enough to merely want health. You must accept it mentally as a fact, feel it in the present, even if your senses tell you otherwise. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. Everything you impress upon it, it multiplies and manifests in your body. Now practice this simple daily exercise that I have taught to thousands of people, with results only denied by those who have never tried it. At waking and before sleep, sit in silence, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your breath. Feel the calm descending upon you. Visualize for 5 minutes a scene in which your body functions normally. If it is your heart you wish to heal, see it beating rhythmically, strong, full of life. If your skin, imagine it smooth and clear. If your stomach, see yourself digesting joyfully. Always include the emotion of gratitude, as if it were already a fact. Whisper softly, "Thank you, Father, for it is already so." You may wonder if imagining alone is enough. Let me reveal a secret. An image without emotion is like a seed without water. You must water your image of health with certainty and inner peace. Serenity is the sign that your subconscious is accepting the new pattern. If you force it, doubt or fear failure, you introduce tension, and the mental law operates in reverse. That is why a simple, serene image, felt with faith, is far more effective than hours of anxious visualization. Remember, the first fruit of a good seed is not the external symptom, but inner peace. You will know healing is on its way when you feel profound tranquility, a serene confidence that everything is working for your good. The body follows the mind as the river follows the rain that nourishes it. Make this your daily practice. My body responds to the image of health I plant in my mind. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious restores every cell, every organ, every function. I accept health now with serenity and gratitude. Repeat it slowly, allowing every word to sink deeply into your being. Do not worry about the speed of results. Nature has its timing, but it never fails. I have seen men and women overcome seemingly incurable ailments simply by changing the image they held in their minds. You do not need to understand all biological mechanisms or decode the secrets of DNA. What matters is your faith in the image you sustain. The subconscious, like the sun germinating a hidden seed, takes care of the rest. Do not allow someone else's diagnosis to become the only image you accept for yourself. Medical authority is valuable, but the inner authority of your mind is superior. Consult, care for your body, follow treatments when necessary, but never surrender the helm of your health to an image of defeat or fatality. You always have the right and the duty to plant a new seed, to imagine the good, and to proclaim it with certainty. I urge you to make this principle a living law in your experience. What you feel as true, your subconscious executes. Your mental image is the cause, your body is the effect. Plant health and you will reap health. Plant order and you will harvest harmony. If today you find yourself clinging to an image of limitation, do not fight it. Simply replace it with patience and consistency, with the desired image, nurtured with peace and gratitude. Just as the farmer replants after every winter, you can renew your mental garden each day. Do it now. Plant the completed image. See your life and your body as already restored, already whole, already blessed. Your subconscious, God's laboratory within you, will receive the command and immediately begin the work of restoration. And when you least expect it, you will see that the miracle has sprouted, not from outside, but from the seed that you yourself planted and nurtured. This is the law. This is the promise. And this will be your reality if you accept the image of health and make it your own today. Chapter 2. The mind-body bridge according to the law of the subconscious. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. Philippians 4:7. Pause and observe for a moment the silent miracle occurring within you. Every thought you accept, every emotion you allow, every image you cultivate in the garden of your mind crosses an invisible bridge and descends into the physical realm. Modern science, though sometimes hesitant to explain it fully, has begun to glimpse this truth. The mind and body are connected by a law deeper than blood, subtler than nerves. What your mind sows, your body harvests, that is the law. I want you to engrave this deeply into your consciousness. The subconscious does not reason, it accepts impressions. It is neither judge nor critic. It does not evaluate whether what you think is good or bad, true or false, useful or destructive. It simply receives the command impressed by your conscious mind, especially when that command is charged with emotion, repetition, and conviction. The subconscious is like fertile soil that welcomes without resistance any seed the gardener casts. Here resides both the power and the responsibility of your existence. If you feed your subconscious with thoughts of fear, images of disaster, and words of defeat, your body reacts obediently to that impression. It tenses, becomes restless, secretes alarm chemicals, and alters its natural rhythms. This is the biochemistry of fear. What you believe, you manifest. It is that simple, that inescapable. Conversely, if you nourish your mind with images of peace, affirmations of order, and feelings of gratitude and trust, your body responds in harmony. It releases restorative hormones, relaxes, and balances itself. This is the biochemistry of health. Your skin notices it, your digestion appreciates it, your heart celebrates it. A simple example illustrates this: the placebo phenomenon. A patient receives an inert substance, but believes with all their being that it is a powerful medicine, and the body, obedient to the mind-body bridge, generates the same changes the real remedy would produce. It is not the substance, it is the faith applied that produces the effect. The subconscious has received the command, and the mental law has done its part. If this happens with an unconscious belief, imagine what you can achieve when you deliberately use this law in your favor. I will now teach you a practical tool, a protocol I recommend to those seeking serenity amidst chaos. If at any point in the day you find yourself invaded by fear, anxiety, or doubt, pause and apply this sequence, as simple as it is powerful. 1. Breathe deeply 4 times with full attention. Inhale, counting to 4. Feel the air filling your lungs. Exhale, counting to 6, releasing any accumulated tension. Repeat this cycle 4 times, allowing the rhythm to slow your mind and relax your body. 2. During the exhale, repeat a phrase of spiritual truth. You can use, "The peace of God fills my mind and body. I am in order. My life is harmony." Say it softly or internally, feeling the relief of each word. 3. When fear appears, do not confront it. Replace it. Do not argue with it. Do not analyze it. The moment you perceive it, immediately insert a contrary affirmation, filled with relief. For example, if the thought arises, "I'm going to get sick," respond with, "The life of God flows in me, renewing every cell." If the mind says, "This will not turn out well," affirm, "Everything works for my good. I am safe in divine love." The secret lies in substitution. Do not battle the negative thought, for struggle strengthens it. Occupy the mental space with a higher truth. Repeat the new affirmation with the emotion of calm, relief, and certainty. Do this again and again until the inner storm dissolves and tranquility returns. I have guided many along this path. One man came to me with chronic insomnia, the result of years of constant worry. I asked him that every time fear tried to seize his night, he would practice the sequence: slow breathing, phrase of peace, immediate substitution of worry with an image of rest. Soon, sleep returned, and with it, physical health and mental clarity. Remember always, the conscious mind is the sower, the subconscious is the soil, the body is the fruit. Do not underestimate the power of this invisible bridge. Every thought counts, every emotion imprints, every word commands. Make this protocol a daily habit, not only when crisis arises, but as a preventive practice to keep your mind-body bridge in a constant state of order and restoration. Thus your life becomes a testimony to the law. Mental peace produces physical health. You choose which seeds you sow today. You decide which current flows through your inner being. Do it with wisdom, with faith, with constancy, and you will soon see how your body obeys gratefully the new pattern of well-being you have chosen to impress upon it. This is the law, and this is the everyday miracle of the mind over the body. Chapter 3. Reprogramming beliefs from complaint to creative decree. According to your faith be it done unto you. Matthew 9:29. Every day, from the moment you open your eyes until sleep embraces you once more, a continuous flow of words and thoughts circulates through your mind. Most people live unaware of the creative power of this inner dialogue, allowing it to become a current of complaints, doubts, laments, and gloomy repetitions that gradually shape the very substance of their existence. I do not exaggerate when I say that this mental dialogue is a form of daily hypnosis, a continuous suggestion that the subconscious receives as legitimate orders. Consider this carefully. Every phrase you repeat with frequency and feeling, every judgment you hold about yourself or your health, is a seed that falls directly into the fertile soil of your subconscious. If you repeat, "I never heal, it always hurts, nothing changes," your subconscious receives these statements as commands and gets to work manifesting them in your life and body. The subconscious does not distinguish between what you desire and what you fear. It executes without hesitation whatever you feed it with emotion and repetition. Ask yourself right now, what phrases accompany you day after day? Are you someone who constantly murmurs about illness, discomfort, or impossibility? Do you catch yourself saying, "Nothing ever goes right for me, I'm too old for this, I can't go on"? These seemingly harmless phrases are decrees that bind you to a limited experience. In simple terms, they are creating complaints that, far from freeing you, immerse you deeper into the ailment or problem. Here lies the first act of power. Detect the toxic phrase. Do it right now. What complaint rises from your lips or mind when pain, fatigue, or difficulty appears? Do not judge yourself. Simply observe. Awareness alone is the beginning of reprogramming, but detecting is not enough. You must replace it. You must transform the complaint into a creative decree. The mental law operating here is infallible. What you repeat with faith and emotion is impressed upon your subconscious and manifests in your experience. That is why I instruct you to practice the art of the creative decree. A decree is a brief, rhythmic affirmation, in the first person, spoken in the present tense, charged with the emotion of certainty. It is not about denying the reality of your sensations, but about introducing a new image, a new pattern for the subconscious to execute. True transformation occurs when your inner dialogue becomes a spring of life-giving affirmations. Allow me to share a technique I call the Golden Minute. It consists of dedicating exactly 60 seconds upon waking and before sleep to the conscious and heartfelt repetition of your creative decrees. This minute, planted at the threshold between wakefulness and sleep, has a far greater penetrating power than hours spent distracted or complaining. At the start of the day, your mind is malleable, open. At the end of the day, your subconscious is saturated with the last impression. Use this precious moment. Here is a short list of decrees for specific organs and systems designed to be planted in your subconscious during the Golden Minute. Speak them softly, feeling each word as if it is already accomplished. My heart beats strong and serene, full of life and energy. My lungs breathe freely. The breath of life flows through me. My digestive system functions in peace and perfect order. My joints move with freedom and lightness. Every cell of my skin renews in beauty and health. My nerves transmit calm and balance to my entire body. Divine intelligence directs all functions of my organism. No matter your current challenge, choose the decree that resonates most with your need, or create one of your own. Always in the present, always positive, always feeling it as already accomplished. Accompany this practice with the belief journal exercise. For 3 days, at the end of each day, write down in a notebook the automatic phrases, complaints, and limiting judgments you detect in your inner dialogue. Do it without fear or censorship. Next to each toxic phrase, write its verbal antidote, the opposite decree charged with creative power. If your mind says, "I can't go on," respond with, "I always have enough energy for my life." If "I will never heal" arises, replace it with, "The life of God heals me now. Every day I am better." This simple act of recording and transforming your thoughts is like clearing the channel through which the water of life flows. After a few days, you will notice the mind, initially resistant, yielding to the new decrees. The old habit of complaint loses its force and the creative decree takes command. I challenge you to practice the Golden Minute technique for 21 consecutive days. For 21 days, upon waking and before sleep, dedicate 1 minute to planting your decrees, feeling them already fulfilled. Choose 1 or 2 that summarize your main desire and make them your personal mantra. For example, "Perfect health is my inheritance. I accept it and manifest it now. Every organ in my body functions in harmony thanks to the life that animates me." Do not be discouraged if in the first days your mind wanders or doubts appear. Persevere. The power of repetition, combined with emotion and rhythm, eventually embeds itself in the subconscious. Remember, the mind is like the soil. It does not distinguish between good and bad seeds, but sooner or later it will return to you multiplied what you have planted. I have witnessed over the years the power of this technique. in people of all ages and conditions, men and women who lived for years in the vicious cycle of complaint, upon adopting the creative decree, experienced a transformation not only in their health, but also in their mood, environment, and destiny. They changed the hypnotic current of their inner dialogue, and consequently their entire lives. The law is clear and simple. Your word is law for your mind. What you decree inwardly, the subconscious executes without objection. Therefore, make your words a daily blessing. Sow affirmations of life, health, and power. Do it upon waking. Do it before sleep. Do it with faith, with rhythm, with joy. Today is the best day to begin. Today you can transform the hypnosis of complaint into the creative decree. Today you can plant with your words and emotion the new life you desire to live. Do not stop. Do not tire of affirming the good. After 21 days, you will see the habit solidify, and the law will respond, bringing into your experience what you have decreed in the solitude of your heart. Remember these truths. Your inner dialogue is the key to your destiny. Complaint perpetuates pain. Creative decree opens the door to restoration. Take the helm of your words. Direct the flow of your mind. Let your subconscious receive each day, each night, the firm and loving command of your well-being. The power is within you, here and now. Decree the good, live the good. Make the decree your habit, and health, peace, and harmony will blossom in your life like fruits of a carefully sown and tended garden. The law always responds, and from this moment you are the conscious creator of your inner and outer world. Chapter 4. Scientific Prayer. How to Pray for Results. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. Matthew 9:22. Many people pray and do not receive because they pray as if begging, expecting alms from a distant power outside themselves. They ignore the mental law, the law of the subconscious, which responds not to fearful pleading but to serene conviction. It is necessary to learn to pray like a spiritual scientist, with method, understanding, and practical faith. Here lies one of the greatest secrets that has transformed the lives of those who have come to me seeking help. Scientific prayer does not plead, it decrees. It does not ask like one who doubts. It affirms like one who already possesses. Observe the structure of effective prayer, as I have taught it to thousands, with results that only someone who has never practiced it sincerely could deny. There are 4 clear steps, each acting like a phase in a chemical formula. If you omit one, the result weakens. The subconscious responds to the complete process because it receives the precise and full order to manifest healing. Step 1. Recognize the presence. Do not approach prayer as if seeking outside what truly resides within. First, recognize the presence of God, life, infinite intelligence that animates and sustains you. I'm not speaking of a distant God, but of the living presence within you, within your cells, your thoughts, every breath. You can say quietly or mentally, I recognize that the life of God flows in me now. This life is health, order, power, restoration. God is in me as my very life. Step 2. Affirm the desired state as already realized. Here lies the essential difference with traditional prayer. Do not describe the problem. Do not recount the symptom. Do not dwell in complaints or petitions. Declare in the present tense the state you wish to live. Speak it as if it is already accomplished, because that is how the subconscious accepts it, without filters or delays. Say with clear and firm voice, the life of God renews every cell of my body. Now I am perfect health. My heart beats in order. My joints move freely. Vital energy flows without obstacles. Avoid any reference to the ailment. Do not say, let the pain go, but rather, I feel peace and harmony. Do not say, I want to heal, but I am healthy now. The subconscious needs complete images, not struggles or lack. Step 3. Feel the response. Pause for a moment in silence. Allow the image and the words to descend to the depths of your being. Feel, even briefly, that the response has already occurred. Do not force the feeling. A spark of gratitude, a sigh of relief, a glimpse of inner peace is enough. This sensation signals that the subconscious has received the order. You can visualize a gentle warmth in the affected area, or your whole body restoring every cell. Feel, even slightly, that all is in order. Step 4. Give thanks and release. Here is where scientific prayer culminates. Give thanks as one who has already received the good. Do not hold the petition in your mind. Release it fully, trusting the law. Say, "Thank you, Father, because it is already so." I surrender my prayer to the infinite power of my subconscious. I know that all is in order. The act of gratitude and release is the highest act of faith. It is the step from beggar to creator. You know the seed has been planted, and nature will do its work, even if you do not supervise or control the process. Practical practice, 5 minutes twice a day. You do not need long hours of prayer, you need quality, not quantity. Dedicate 5 minutes upon waking and 5 minutes before sleep to practice scientific prayer. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, close your eyes and follow the 4 steps. If doubt arises, simply repeat the process calmly. Allow me to offer now some prayer models for specific situations. These are not magical formulas, but examples of how to apply the structure to real cases. For physical pain, I recognize the presence of divine life in every cell of my body. The peace of God dissolves all pain. I now feel the restorative presence of perfect health. Thank you, Father, because it is already so. For inflammation, infinite intelligence regulates and harmonizes my body. Every inflammatory process is dissolved by the ordered life flowing within me. I feel freshness, lightness, and balance. Thank you, Father, because it is already so. For post-surgical recovery, the life of God restores and reconstructs every tissue. Healing energy flows through my blood, my nerves, my bones. Every day I regain strength and vitality. I give thanks because healing is already in progress. Apply these models adapted to your situation. But remember, the key is not the words themselves, but the feeling of certainty and gratitude. Scientific prayer is praying as one who already possesses, not as one who begs. It is affirming life, not lack. If a symptom appears during the day, do not let yourself be carried away by worry. Pause. Mentally go through the 4 steps in a few seconds. Just feel a wave of gratitude, even briefly. Your subconscious is quick to obey, but it requires fresh and vivid impressions. Over the years, I have witnessed silent miracles in men and women who learned to pray in this way. People who once begged without seeing results, when practicing scientific prayer, experienced profound changes in both body and mind, in mood and destiny. There is no magic, only law. The mental and spiritual law responds with mathematical precision. What you affirm, feel, and give thanks for manifests in your life. Do not beg, do not plead. Accept, give thanks, and release. This is how the subconscious acts. This is how infinite intelligence responds. Make scientific prayer your daily habit. Do it in silence, with faith, with love. Do it twice a day, 5 minutes each time, and let the law work in your favor. The seed is planted. The fruit will be inevitable. Goodness is your inheritance. Affirm it now, give thanks, and allow it to manifest. Scientific prayer is your tool, your right, and your sure path to health and harmony. The law always responds. Chapter 5. Night as the subconscious operating room, preparing the mind before sleep. I will lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4, 8. Night is the great invisible workshop where the heavens of life are woven. While your body rests and the clamor of the conscious mind quiets, the subconscious remains alert, diligent, assimilating every impression it received throughout the day. It is in this threshold, just before sleep carries you away, that the law of the subconscious works with the greatest speed and depth. The reason is simple, yet profound. At this moment, the critical defenses of the conscious mind relax, leaving the door wide open for image, word, and feeling to penetrate without resistance. Modern man often neglects this moment, surrendering to worry, reviewing problems, or recounting fears and lacks. Unknowingly, he plants in his subconscious seeds of unrest and disharmony that will germinate during the night and bear fruit upon awakening. But you, who already know the law, can transform each night into a time of conscious sowing, a moment where the good you decree becomes a tangible reality the next day. Here is the central truth. Sleep with health in your mind and you will awaken with health in your body. Just as the farmer carefully plants the best seed in fertile soil before resting, you must prepare your mind before surrendering to sleep. It is in these minutes that the completed image of order, vitality, and harmony is deeply imprinted and accepted without resistance. Remember, the subconscious does not sleep. It is the great nocturnal surgeon, silently regenerating, restoring, and healing what the conscious mind has authorized with faith. A simple 3-minute script for nightly renewal. Minute 1, relaxation. Find your bed, sit or lie down and gently close your eyes. Focus your attention on your breathing. Inhale slowly and deeply, counting to 4, and exhale just as slowly. Feel how, with each exhale, your body loosens, your muscles relax, your mind empties of tension. If you like, whisper or think, "I surrender to the peace of God. My whole being rests in safety and serenity." Repeat this breathing rhythm 3 or 4 times until calmness wraps around you like a warm cloak. Minute 2. Visualize the body functioning in order. Now, in this relaxed state, gently direct your attention to the part of your body you wish to restore. If it is the heart, imagine it beating steadily and calmly, like a well-tuned clock. If it is your stomach, visualize perfect digestion, peaceful absorption, lightness, and comfort. If it is a recovery or post-surgical process, see yourself moving freely, experiencing relief and well-being. Do not dwell on the ailment. See the completed image, as if observing a masterpiece already finished by the most skilled artist. Add emotion. Feel the gratitude of one who has already received the gift. Allow a gentle smile to appear, even if only in spirit. Feel even briefly that the miracle is already underway. Minute 3. Final word of closure. It is time to seal the suggestion with a word of power. Whisper or think with full conviction. Thank you, Father, because it is already so. The life of God flows in every cell of my body. My subconscious accepts this image of health and executes it while I sleep. I know I will awaken renewed in peace and vitality. Remain silent for a few moments, letting the vibration of gratitude fill your being. Imagine your prayer descending gently to the roots of your subconscious, where it transforms into life and order. For those struggling with insomnia, many ask, "What should I do when the mind will not settle and sleep does not come?" Here is precise guidance. Do not fight insomnia. Do not complain or become restless. Simply, whenever you notice agitation, return to your breathing. Inhale deeply, and on the exhale, repeat silently, "I surrender to the peace of God. His tranquility is my rest." Do not count the minutes. Do not force yourself to sleep. Allow calm to settle in your chest like a gentle lullaby. The body, obedient to the mind as a river follows the slope, will follow serenity. Sleep follows calm. I have guided hundreds of men and women who, by applying this simple protocol, have regained restful nights, and with them, health and joy. The key is not duration, but the quality of the mental impression. No matter how brief the practice, faith and consistency matter most. Each night before sleep, do not lie down with a mind full of problems or diagnoses. Do not allow the last image to be illness or failure. Plant, in that brief threshold, the vision of your body in order, your mind at peace, your life in gratitude. The subconscious, which never errs, will take that seed and make it germinate during the night. In summary, relax. Visualize the completed image and decree with gratitude. Do this nightly with constancy and confidence. Night becomes your operating room, your laboratory, your silent source of healing. You will sleep with health in your mind and awaken with health in your body. The law responds, life obeys, and now you know, you are the conscious sower of every dream and every dawn. Chapter 6. The law of substitution, replacing fear with the saturation of truth. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God who strengthens you. Isaiah 41:10. The human mind, like a vast hall of echoes, multiplies whatever is spoken and held within. The ordinary person, unaware of this law, strives to fight negative thoughts, battling body to body with fears, doubts, and anxieties. But this struggle is a trap, a vicious circle in which fear grows stronger with every blow, because what you give attention and energy to strengthens and fortifies itself in your subconscious. The law of substitution is the higher path. You do not need to expel darkness. It is enough to open the window to the light. Do not fight fear. Replace it. Saturate it with truth. Leave it no space, no nourishment. Just as you do not try to chase away the night with sticks but wait for the dawn, so you must treat negative thoughts. Let them pass, replacing them with the serene vibration of peace, order, and faith. When a thought of fear arises, which is natural since the mind has been conditioned over years of personal and collective experience, do not debate it or analyze it. Recognize its presence, Observe its shape and without resistance choose another image, another word, another higher vibration. The power of the mind lies in its ability to shift focus. A practical protocol for anxiety, crisis, or fear. Step 1. Calming breath. Pause, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your breath. Inhale deeply, counting to 4. Exhale, counting to 6. Repeat this at least 3 times. Feel how with each exhale, tension decreases and your pulse stabilizes. Step 2. Short word of power. On the exhale, repeat softly, aloud or mentally, a short, easy-to-remember formula charged with meaning. For example, peace, be present. There is no argument, no analysis, just the command. Feel how the word descends from your mind to the organ, accepted as a clear order by the subconscious, which receives it and executes it. Step 3. Minimal visualization. Effortlessly imagine a soft color, a warm light flowing directly to the part of your body that needs it most. Do not search for details. A simple image is enough, a golden, blue, or white stream enveloping the organ, bringing serenity and renewal. Feel, even for a few seconds, that the light cleanses, dissolves, and harmonizes. This sequence, applied with faith, can transform internal chemistry. I have witnessed people overcome panic attacks, pain crises, and moments of extreme confusion simply by changing the inner channel, saturating the mind and body with the vibration of peace. The secret is not to fight fear, but to occupy mental space with the active presence of a higher truth. Practical tip: pocket cards. To make this practice convenient anytime, write your personal emergency formulas on small cards you can carry in your pocket. Examples: the peace of God rules my mind. Light and order circulate through me, and my heart beats calmly, and my body is safe. When anxiety arises, take out a card, read it slowly, and repeat until you feel it penetrate your being. Each word is a brick of serenity, each reading an act of power. The 3 waves of peace. Make the law of substitution a daily habit with the 3 waves of peace. Dedicate 1 minute 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and night, to pause, breathe, repeat your short word, and visualize the light flowing through your body. It takes no more than 5 minutes daily, yet its effect is profound. It slowly saturates your subconscious with the image and emotion of health and confidence. When fear attempts to return, it will find the house occupied by peace and will have no choice but to leave. Remember, the mind is like a vessel. If you fill it with pure water, there is no space for dirt. Fill your day with thoughts of good, words of power, and images of order. Each time we substitute fear with truth, the subconscious accepts the new command, and the body responds accordingly. If at any moment distress is intense and feels uncontrollable, return to the beginning. Breathe, repeat your short word, visualize the light, and insist, once, twice, 3 times, until the wave of peace floods you even for an instant. That instant, repeated, creates the new mental groove through which serenity will flow tomorrow and always. Do not allow negative thoughts to dominate. Do not fight, substitute. Do not resist, replace. Make the law of substitution your daily medicine, your shield, and your sure path. In doing so, mind and body align with truth, and health becomes not an exception, but the natural rule of your existence. The law responds. Peace is yours, here and now. Chapter 7. Forgiveness that unleashes healing energy. Forgive and you will be forgiven. Luke 6:37. Pause for a moment and examine your innermost thoughts. Who do you hold with bitterness? Who do you keep imprisoned in the invisible jail of resentment? You may think it's a private matter, a simple memory with little weight. Yet every emotion you harbor, every old grudge is like a toxic substance flowing through your blood, affecting your organs, altering your vital rhythm. Resentment, as I have seen again and again, does not just poison memory. It poisons life, the body, and inner peace. Modern man often believes that forgiving means excusing wrongdoing, justifying injustice, or becoming weak before the offense. But the truth is far deeper and liberating. Forgiveness does not justify the other, it frees you. Forgiving does not deny past pain, it denies its power to continue poisoning your present. Forgiveness is medicine for the soul and the body. It is the simplest, most powerful therapy you can practice daily. Imagine a man named Luis, who for years suffered from liver problems, chronic headaches, and insomnia. He visited doctors, tried medications, but relief was always fleeting. One day, in a sincere conversation, the central knot emerged. He harbored a silent resentment toward a brother, an old wound that had never healed. Luis thought it irrelevant, buried, unrelated to his health. But when he began to speak of it, bitterness, unexpressed anger, and accumulated resentment surfaced. I explained patiently, as experience has taught me, resentment is like acid. It does not destroy the other, but it corrodes the vessel that contains it. Every time you think of that offense, I told him, your body responds, your heart races, blood vessels constrict. The liver secretes disruptive substances. You live in internal war, and your blood reveals it. A simple daily ritual of forgiveness. Step 1, name the person. Each night before sleep, sit in silence and name the person toward whom you harbor resentment. Do not avoid the name. Pronounce it calmly, as one exposes a wound to the sun so it may heal. Step 2, surrender the offense. Speak softly with all the sincerity you can muster. I release you to God. I let you go in the divine presence. I hold no more resentment. I free the energy of my body and mind. Step 3, feel the physical relief. Do not stop at words alone. Feel even for a few seconds your chest releasing, your muscles relaxing, your breath becoming deeper and calmer. Forgiveness is real when the body experiences it. If the memory of pain returns, repeat the process until you feel genuine relief. Add a simple affirmation of eternal cleansing. The love of God dissolves all bitterness in me. Every cell of my body vibrates with peace, freedom, and harmony. Repeat this phrase as often as needed until the mind absorbs it and the body responds with signs of relief. Returning to Luis, at first simply naming his brother generated resistance, even anger, but he persisted. Day by day, with humble discipline, he repeated the ritual. Gradually, he noticed calmer breathing at night, reduced headaches, and improved liver function. The miracle was not immediate, but it was certain. When he released anger, his body stopped carrying it. Forgiveness, which seemed a mental act, became the key to his physical and spiritual restoration. Resentment is a prison you can open by letting go of the past, surrendering the person and the story to life, to God, to universal wisdom. Forgiving is not forgetting. It is liberation. It is renouncing the role of victim and reclaiming your right to peace. Do it not for the other, but for yourself, for your health, your joy. Make this ritual a daily habit. It does not matter how recent or ancient the offense. Each night, before sleep, surrender, release, bless. Do it sincerely, without forcing the feeling, allowing the act to work like gentle rain slowly cleansing the stone. If you ever feel forgiveness is impossible, ask your subconscious, help me release. The love of God is greater than my wound. I choose freedom. Do not underestimate the power of this spiritual and physiological therapy. Just as poison can circulate for years in the blood, cleansing can begin in a moment of sincerity. The key is consistency, intention, and faith in the law that responds. Every act of forgiveness is an act of self-liberation. Each time you release resentment, your body and soul celebrate. Each time you bless the one who hurt you, life responds by multiplying your well-being. Remember, forgiveness does not excuse wrongdoing nor deny the reality of the harm. Forgiveness frees you from inner slavery. It is the greatest medicine you can give yourself. It is the key that opens the door to healing energy for both soul and body. Practice it today, practice it always, and you will see life respond with renewed peace and health, cleansed of all bitterness. Do it now. Name, release, feel the relief, and affirm, the love of God dissolves all bitterness in me. I choose freedom and peace. And so it shall be, for the law responds to every act of forgiveness with the harvest of health, joy, and profound renewal of your being. Chapter 8. Self-love and bodily gratitude, speaking to your organs. Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit? 1 Corinthians 6:19. Pause and observe your body for a moment, not as a collection of separate parts, not as a machine running by mere inertia, but as the wondrous temple that sustains your existence. Every cell, every organ, every fiber responds silently to the commands of your mind. And here I reveal a truth of immeasurable power. Your body listens to what you think of it. The words, judgments, and decrees you send inward have the power to bless and restore, or to wear down and sicken. Most people have never learned to speak to their bodies with love. They see it as an enemy when pain appears, complain about its limitations, curse its symptoms. But I assure you, from having witnessed countless transformations, that what you bless improves. Just as a plant flourishes when you water it and speak kindly to it, so your organs harmonize, revitalize, and heal when they receive words of appreciation, gratitude, and blessing. This is not mere metaphor. It is a law that science is beginning to glimpse. Every thought of gratitude, every word of acceptance sends a current of positive energy through your subconscious to every organ and function of your being. The body responds with greater vitality, coordinates its processes, repairs tissues, strengthens immunity. Conversely, criticism, contempt, and persistent complaint drain vital energy, weaken natural defenses, and open the door to disorder. A simple, powerful exercise of self-love and bodily gratitude. Dedicate 10 minutes each day, preferably upon waking or before sleep, to mentally scan your body, organ by organ, offering thanks for each function and pronouncing specific blessings. Begin seated or lying down, eyes closed, breathing calm. Focus first on your head. Mind, I bless you. I'm grateful for your clear thoughts, memory, and imagination. Thank you for guiding me each day. Move to your eyes, and eyes, I bless you. Thank you for allowing me to see the beauty of the world, for guiding my steps. May the perfect light of life flow through you. Lower your attention to your ears. Ears, I bless you. Thank you for letting me hear the music of life, for helping me understand others. You function in perfect order. Focus on your heart, that tireless engine. Heart, I speak to you with love. You beat serenely and perfectly. Your rhythm is harmonious. Your strength is inexhaustible. Thank you for sustaining me every day. Continue with your lungs. Lungs, I bless you. You absorb the air of life and distribute it generously. Thank you for every breath, for giving me energy and peace. Direct your attention to your stomach and digestive system. Digestive system, I bless you. Work in peace and perfect order. Every food is well received, digested, and assimilated. Thank you for nourishing and strengthening me. Move to your kidneys and urinary system. Kidneys, I bless you. You cleanse and purify my blood. You operate efficiently and gently. Thank you for maintaining my inner balance. Acknowledge your liver. Liver, I bless you. You transform and store all that is good for me. You work with wisdom and constancy. Thank you for your faithful service. Scan your muscles, bones, and joints. Body, I bless you. Every muscle, bone, and joint functions in perfect coordination. Thank you for sustaining me, giving me movement and strength. Address your skin. Skin, I bless you. You protect my body, connect me with the world, and renew constantly. Thank you for your softness and defense. Focus on your immune system. Defenses, I bless you. You watch over my health, eliminate what is unnecessary, restore what is needed. Thank you for caring for me with divine intelligence. Move through any other organs you feel need attention, dedicating a brief phrase of gratitude and blessing. Imagine a soft, warm light flowing through your body, reaching every corner, cleansing, restoring, and renewing. Conclude your practice with deep gratitude. Thank you for the life you give me. Thank you, body, for sustaining me, for accompanying me, for obeying the orders of the good I have sown in you today. Do not underestimate the simplicity of this exercise. Every loving word, every thought of gratitude is an order that your subconscious receives and executes. When organs feel accepted and blessed, they regain their natural, harmonious rhythm. You do not need to understand every physiological process. You need only to love and give thanks. Make this exercise your daily ritual. Do it with sincerity, patience, and joy. Observe how, day by day, you become more aware of your body, kinder to yourself, more attentive to the signals of your health. You will see symptoms dissolve, energy renewed, life flourishing with peace and vitality. Remember, what you bless improves. Self-love is not selfish. It is the first step in healing. Bodily gratitude is the key that opens the door to regeneration. Speak to your organs with tenderness. Thank them for life, and they will respond with health, joy, and renewed strength. Do it today, do it always. Your body will become the perfect instrument for the abundant life God has given you. Chapter 9. Habits and Coherence, Fertile Ground for Effective Prayer. He who is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. Luke 16:10. No seed prospers in arid soil, nor does prayer bear fruit in a body and mind that are neglected, disordered, or depleted. From direct experience and the countless testimonies of those who have transformed their lives through the mental law, I have learned that prayer is not merely a formula or a single act of will. It is a way of life, a coherent alignment between what you think, feel, do, and the environment you cultivate around you. If you desire your prayers to be effective, if you long to reap the fruits of health, peace, and prosperity, begin by caring for the ground where you sow your thoughts, your body, and your day. The subconscious mind responds more powerfully and swiftly when it finds an orderly organism, a serene spirit, a routine that supports renewal. The body is the temple of the mind, and both must be aligned to receive and multiply the good. You do not need complicated routines or severe disciplines. Simple, consistent habits, acts of daily faith, are enough. Every time you care for your rest, choose healthy food, take a mindful walk, or offer 5 minutes of silence to your soul, you are praying with your body and life, not merely with words. A practical 24-hour coherence plan. This plan is simple, practical, and adaptable to any lifestyle. It requires not sacrifice, but humble willingness to order the small things to receive the greater blessings. Practice it for 21 days and observe how your well-being and the power of your prayer are enhanced. 1. Water upon waking and affirmation. Upon opening your eyes, do not rush into the whirlwind of the day. Take a moment to give thanks for the gift of life. Rise calmly, drink a glass of fresh water, and while doing so, softly pronounce an opening affirmation. The life of God flows in me. Today I receive health, peace, and joy. Water symbolizes renewal, and the word is the seed that awakens the inner soil. 2. 15 minutes of conscious movement. Dedicate at least 15 minutes to move your body with attentive breathing and rhythmic words. It may be a gentle walk, stretches, or simple exercises. The form matters less than the spirit. Move each part of your body with mindfulness. Accompany the movement with rhythmic phrases, like a mantra that sets the tempo. Each step is life. My body obeys the law of health. I am strength and balance. Feel the air fill your lungs, your muscles awaken, your mind clear. Ordered movement is prayer in action. 3. Nourish your body with life. Choose, whenever possible, fresh, natural foods full of color and energy. This is not about strict diets, but about blessing each bite, giving thanks before eating, chewing with presence, avoiding haste and distraction. Each meal is an alliance with life. You may say before eating, I bless this food, let it bring health, energy, and joy to me. Feel genuine gratitude and observe how your body responds. Your digestion improves and your mind settles. 4. Daily brief silence. Set aside at least 5 minutes once or twice a day to sit in silence. No phone, no noise, no obligations. Just you, your breath, and your presence. This moment allows the mind to settle and the subconscious to receive the impressions of prayer without interference. You may use this time to repeat your favorite decree. The peace of God governs my mind and body. 5. Evening screen hygiene and prayer. Before going to bed, disconnect from screens, news, and artificial stimuli. Allow your mind to empty of information and worry. Spend 5 minutes breathing deeply, reviewing the day's blessings, and planting in your subconscious the final image of order and well-being. Offer your nightly prayer. Thank you, Father, for the day I have lived. I surrender to peace, restoration, and divine rest. Tomorrow I will awaken renewed. Coherence is neither perfection nor rigidity. When body and mind move in order, prayer encounters no internal obstacles. The subconscious, nourished by healthy life habits, responds swiftly and generously to every decree and affirmation of good. If one day you stray from the plan, do not condemn yourself or dwell on complaint. Return gently, as one returns home after a brief absence. Life rewards perseverance more than perfection. Make these habits acts of faith. Let every gesture, the glass of water, the walk, the blessed meal, the silence, the nightly disconnection, be a powerful seed in your inner soil. Thus, every prayer will be heard, every decree will find response, and your life will bloom in health, peace, and abundance. Remember, effective prayer arises from fertile ground. Make your body and daily routine the field where miracles germinate. The law always responds to the coherence of thought, emotion, and action. Do it today and every day, and you will witness the good manifesting in ever more visible and powerful ways in your life. Chapter 10. Focal techniques, directed image, luminous scan, and rhythmic word. The lamp of the body is the eye, so if your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. Matthew 6:22. At this point, I want to guide you to 3 precision tools that I have taught to those seeking tangible and lasting transformation in their health and well-being. Just as a surgeon uses fine instruments to restore the body's harmony, you can turn your mind into an instrument of restoration, employing simple yet powerful methods that act directly at the root of imbalance. These methods are directed image, luminous scan, and rhythmic word. The power of the mind lies in focus. Where attention flows, creative energy follows. The subconscious responds more strongly when it receives clear commands, vivid images, and words infused with feeling. This is not about occasional intensity, but about daily practice, repeating the process until the new pattern takes root and bears fruit. First tool, directed image to an organ. Begin by choosing the organ or system you wish to harmonize. Do not think of the ailment. Think of the ideal function. The image you hold is the seed that your subconscious will execute with precision. If it is the heart, visualize it beating strong, rhythmic, and serene. If the lungs, imagine them expanding and contracting with ease, absorbing pure, fresh air. If the stomach, see it digesting with peace and perfect order. Do not dwell on symptoms, but on the image of absolute normalcy. Practice this for 5-8 minutes, preferably upon waking or before sleep. Sit or lie in a quiet place. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Now direct your attention to the chosen organ. Observe its shape, color, and natural movement. Imagine it functioning in perfect harmony, like finely tuned machinery. Feel it vibrating in health. Add a brief, powerful phrase, heart or chosen organ. You work in order and perfection. I bless you, I thank you, I release you. Second tool, luminous scan. Light is a universal symbol of life, clarity, and renewal. The subconscious responds especially to images of light, associating them with truth and order. The luminous scan consists of mentally traveling through your body from head to toe, imagining a warm, soft, restorative light that cleanses, harmonizes, and vitalizes every area it touches. Close your eyes and relax the body. Imagine light descending from the crown of your head, golden, white, or in the color that resonates most with you. Feel it flow slowly over your head, eyes, ears, throat, shoulders. Gently let it continue through your chest, heart, lungs, abdomen, back, arms, hands, hips, legs, and feet. Do not rush. Where the light passes, imagine it carrying away any shadow, tension, or discomfort, leaving behind a sense of lightness and well-being. You may silently say, "The light of life flows through and harmonizes all of me." Third tool, rhythmic word. The subconscious responds powerfully to rhythm. Words repeated in sync with the breath act as an anchor, embedding the image of health deep within your being. Choose a short, meaningful mantra and repeat it with each inhalation and exhalation. Examples: peace, health, light, order, God within me. Sit in silence for 5 minutes and on the inhale, mentally say the first word, peace. On the exhale, say the second, health. Feel how each breath seeds the affirmation in both mind and body. Key recommendation: consistency over intensity. Do not seek immediate results. Nature works quietly in its own rhythm. The importance is not in a single intense session, but in daily constancy. One seed watered daily produces more than a passing storm of effort. Practice these focal techniques for 5 and 8 minutes each day. Observe your mind clarifying, your organs responding, your spirit strengthening. Weekly journal of sensations. Keep a notebook where once a week you record experiences, changes in sensations, physical improvements, or emotional states. Do not seek perfection or self-judgment. Simply observe and record. The subconscious recognizes and reinforces what you celebrate and appreciate. These techniques are your precision tools, your personal restoration kit. Apply directed image, luminous scan, and rhythmic word in moments of silence when the external world quiets and you can hear your inner voice. Repeat day after day with patience and faith. Remember, a focused mind is the channel of miracles. Where you place your attention, life obeys. Do it now, do it always. Do not tire of sowing images of health, light, and order. The subconscious never sleeps, never forgets, and always responds. Day by day, you become the architect and loving caretaker of your own inner temple. Chapter 11. The Community of Practical Faith, Invisible Multipliers. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I among them. Matthew 18:20. There is a silent but infallible law in the spiritual universe. The power of thought and prayer multiplies when shared in harmony. Just as coals burn brighter when gathered together, so the mind and heart of man strengthen and rise when united with others in the pursuit of good. Solitude can become barren, and doubt can take root in isolation. But where two or more align in the name of health, peace, and prosperity, an invisible channel opens through which the multiplying power of faith flows. This is not just a biblical promise, where two or three gather in my name, there I am among them, but a mental law confirmed through experience and observation. Thought is energy. Emotion is vibration. When wills unite, the strength of the decree, the image, the prayer grows, projecting beyond what could be achieved alone. Thus, the community of practical faith becomes a laboratory where miracles accelerate and hope transforms into certainty. You do not need large crowds, long speeches, or complicated rituals. A small circle of scientific prayer, 2 to 5 people united by the purpose of cultivating health, harmony, and solutions, is enough. The key lies in method, brevity, clear image, gratitude, and silence. The group is not a space for complaints or recounting diagnoses. It is a fertile field where each person contributes the completed image of good. How to form and sustain a scientific prayer circle. Gather 1, 2, or 3 friends, family members, or fellow seekers. Set clear ground rules from the beginning. Brevity. Interventions are short and clear, no long speeches or dwelling on problems. Clear image. Each prayer, decree, or visualization focuses on the solution already realized, never on symptoms or lack. Gratitude. Every act of prayer ends with thankfulness, as if the good has already been received. Silence. After each round of prayer, a brief silence allows the impression to descend into the subconscious. Suggested 20-minute meeting structure. 1. Opening, 2 minutes. A brief greeting focused on the shared presence of life and faith. Example, we gather in the name of good, recognizing the life of God flowing within us. 2. Initial silence, 2 minutes, and everyone sits in silence, breathing deeply, calming the mind, opening the heart to the experience. 3. Focus round, 4 minutes. Each participant expresses their intention in no more than 1 minute. I visualize my body in perfect health. I affirm peace and order in my family. Speak in the present, positive, avoiding details of problems or diagnoses. 4. Joint scientific prayer, 5 minutes. One member leads a prayer following the 4 steps. Recognize the presence. Affirm the solution as already realized. Feel the response, give thanks and release. All participate silently or with brief affirmations. Example, we give thanks for the perfect health that already flows. We feel peace, joy, and harmony in every cell, in every home, in every matter. Thank you, for it is already so. 5. Fertile silence, 4 minutes. All remain in silence, allowing the energy of prayer to penetrate and settle in the subconscious. Positive images or feelings are received with gratitude. 6. Closing, 3 minutes. A shared expression of gratitude. Each person may quietly say, thank you for the good received. Thank you for life, for companionship, for the response. They depart with a smile, knowing the law has been activated. Guidelines to maintain a positive group. The health of the circle depends on adherence to the rules. Complaints, repeated diagnoses, focus on symptoms or fear are not allowed. If anyone deviates, gently remind them. Here we affirm the solution. Here we celebrate the good. Everything is oriented toward the completed image, toward gratitude. Handle difficulties constructively. The group does not judge, criticize, or compete. Each person is responsible for their word and emotion, but all support the vision of collective good. Over time, these 20-minute gatherings act as energetic boosters. You leave strengthened, renewed, charged with practical faith, ready to sustain your own prayer with greater conviction. Many have found in these circles the support needed to overcome difficult moments, surpass illnesses, and open unexpected paths to solutions. Form your circle, apply the method, sustain the practice. You will discover the invisible multiplying power of shared faith. Where 2 or more agree, the unseen presence of life manifests with renewed vigor. The law responds. The community of practical faith is your anchor, your network, your invisible multiplier. Embrace this gift, and you will see that in company, miracles become daily occurrences and hope transforms into lived reality. Chapter 12. Living in a state of response. Faith as a way of life. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. You have arrived at the threshold where prayer ceases to be an occasional refuge and becomes a permanent way of existing. The most common mistake is to seek the power of the mind only when symptoms appear, only when pain presses or fear threatens. But the greater law is to live in a state of response, in continuous and confident acceptance of God's life within you. Do not confine yourself to isolated moments of practice. Make your faith a way of being, an atmosphere, a current that flows through every thought, every action, every day. Health is neither an external reward nor a sporadic achievement. Health is your spiritual inheritance. It is the natural state that life, infinite intelligence, has granted you from the beginning. Just as a river flows to the sea along the open channel, so health flows toward you when there are no internal obstacles of fear, guilt, or denial. Your only task is to keep the channel open, free of barriers, living in harmony with the divine current. Living in a state of response means transforming every setback into a reminder. No adversity cannot become an opportunity to affirm the truth. If discomfort arises, if conflict appears, if the shadow of worry comes, pause and apply the law. Substitute, affirm, give thanks. Do not ask, why me? Ask instead, what can I affirm now that returns me to the channel of health and peace? Every difficulty is an invitation to remember your inner power. Nightly self-examination. Make the following simple nightly review a habit. Each night before sleep, ask yourself humbly and without judgment, what did I think today? What did I feel today? What did I do today toward my well-being? Seek coherence, not perfection. If fear arose, mentally replace it with affirmations of faith. If anger or sadness appeared, give thanks for the opportunity to heal and decree, the love of God heals my heart. Peace returns to my mind. All good flows through me. If you took actions of care, rest, movement, healthy nourishment, prayer, acknowledge them and give thanks. Thank you for each act of self-love. Thank you for the life that sustains me. 30-day plan of habits and prayer. Commit for 1 month to simple practices that strengthen the channel of health. Water an affirmation upon waking. Today I receive health and peace. Daily conscious movement. Walk, breathe, bless your steps. Brief silence or meditation. Repeat your favorite decree. Sow images of good. Grateful nourishment. Bless each meal, eat with attention. Nightly review and prayer. Check your coherence, give thanks, release the day. This 30-day cycle serves 2 purposes: consolidating new habits and anchoring in the subconscious the certainty that health is your natural state, your birthright, your inheritance. Do not wait until health is lost to value it. Live it, celebrate it, proclaim it at every moment. After this time, you will notice that health is no longer an effort but a climate. Difficulties will remain, but you will have learned to respond, not react. To affirm good, not dwell on harm. To give thanks for life, not complain about burdens. A mind trained in gratitude and affirmation becomes your greatest ally. The body responds, the spirit flourishes, life harmonizes. A declaration of faith and response. Make this chapter your final consecration. Say aloud, feeling each word penetrate to the depths of your being. My body is the temple of perfect life. Divine intelligence guides every cell, every organ, every function. I accept my health as my spiritual inheritance. I live in continuous response, affirming, giving thanks, celebrating God's life within me. Every day and every moment I am an instrument of peace, power, and love. Thank you, Father, for it is already so. This is the highest law, to live as one who has already received, act as one who has already healed, think and feel as one who already lives in fullness. You are no longer a beggar, you are an heir. You no longer plead, you consecrate and give thanks. You do not wait for miracles, you create them with every word, every habit, every breath. Remember always, your sustained daily faith is the unbreakable bridge between invisible life and visible results. Make it your way of living, and the law will respond unfailingly, bringing experience, health, peace, and a joy that does not depend on circumstances. This is the secret of those who have transcended limitation, living in a state of response, in constant communion with God's life within. Thus concludes this path. Now begins your own journey, day by day, moment by moment, in the fertile soil of practical faith and the conscious acceptance of your divine inheritance. Amen.